The leader of the opposition Workers' Party's Pritam Singh is on trial for allegedly lying to a committee during a parliamentary inquiry. And this is in relation to an investigation into lies told by former WP MP Raisa Khan to Parliament in August 2021. Here's what happened during the first leg of the trial, which kicked off on 14th of October. First to take the witness stand was Ms. Khan, who testified that Singh said they would have to take the lie to the grave. Singh's lawyer cross-examined her and called her a liar. Next on the witness stand was her former secretarial assistant, Loh Pei Ying. Ms. Loh spoke about the concerns she had for WP, which she had worked with for a decade, as well as her unhappiness at how the issue was handled. But she broke under cross-examination and admitted to lying by redacting a message to be presented in a document to the Committee of Privileges. The message from fellow party member Yudhishthira Nathan suggested that they should continue lying. Mr. Nathan took the stand next. He testified about the, quote, witch hunt he felt was launched against Ms. Khan to kick her out of the party. He also talked about how he felt Singh was getting off, quote, scot-free, despite knowing about Ms. Khan's lie a few days after she said it in Parliament. Under cross-examination, he admitted to wanting Ms. Khan to, quote, actively maintain the lie as he felt the WP didn't have a suitable plan for her to come clean. We also heard from former WP chief Lau Tia Kiang, who said he told WP leaders in October 2021 that Ms. Raisa Khan should apologize in Parliament. At the trial, Mr. Lau also said he only found out in August 2023 that the other WP leaders had known about Ms. Khan's lie for the past 2 years. The first tranche of the trial ended on 24th of October. In case you need a reminder of how we got here, it all started on the 3rd of August 2021. Ms. Khan gave a speech in Parliament on empowering women. She included an anecdote about accompanying a sexual assault survivor to the police station 3 years earlier.
3 years ago, I accompanied a 25-year-old survivor to make a police report against a rape that was committed against her. She came out crying. The police officer had allegedly made comments about her dressing and the fact that she was drinking. We need better treatment of survivors of sexual assault and sexual harassment by law enforcement.
Later on in the same session, she was asked to make a clarification.
I raised the example because it was my experience with a survivor. The episode I raised in my speech took place 3 years ago, and I've been unsuccessful in getting in touch with them.
This was followed by a reminder to all members from Leader of the House, Indrani Raja.
And I just wanted to remind members of the House that when assertions and allegations are made, members must be prepared to substantiate them.
On 7th of August, Ms. Khan admitted to Singh over the phone that the anecdote was false. On 8th of August, Ms. Khan met with Singh, Workers' Party Chair Sylvia Lim and Party Leader Faisal Manap. She told them she had lied and had no way of substantiating her statements in Parliament. She later messaged her secretarial assistant Ms. Loh and Mr. Nathan, saying the party leaders had agreed at the meeting that the best thing to do is take the information to the grave. Fast forward to the 3rd of October, Singh met Ms. Khan to speak about the matter. He told her the issue could come up in Parliament the next day. Ms. Khan claims that it was during this meeting when Singh said he would not judge her if she chose to stick with the narrative. Singh later testified to a parliamentary committee that he told her to take responsibility and ownership of the issue if it came up, and that he would not judge her if she did so. On the 4th of October, Law and Home Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam called on Ms. Khan to provide more details.
So can the member, I ask the member through you, sir, to tell us, at the very least, the police station that she went to with the victim, and if possible, the names of the police officer or officers who attended to the victim and the member. And if she cannot remember the names, then some details, how many officers were there, some description of them, rough age, race, male or female, whatever details she can give. And when the member saw the victim come out crying after her interview, did the member bring this to the police officer's attention? I should add that, since we take very seriously all these points, police have spent a lot of time searching their records since this point was made. They don't seem to be able to identify a case where Ms. Khan was present with the victim,
like I said, it did happen 3 years ago, and I haven't been successful getting in touch with the person that I accompanied. And, with regards to confidentiality, I would prefer for it to remain that way. Thank you.
So I asked which police station and which month, and the identities of the officers to the extent that Ms. Khan knows them.
Ms. Khan, to facilitate the investigation by the police to check.
Thank you. I do not know the identity of the police officers.
But the questions on police station, date, etc.
With regards to confidentiality with the survivor, I would not like to reveal any of this information. Thank you.
So we're talking about the police station. That's got nothing to do with the confidentiality of the survivor.
Ms. Raeesah Khan? Minister's not asking about the identity of the individual.
I understand, but with regards to confidentiality, I wouldn't like. I will not be revealing any other information. Thank you.
So I don't understand this point about confidentiality. Can I ask through you, sir, for Ms. Khan to confirm in this House that everything she has told us is accurate, that she did accompany such a person, and such an incident did happen?
Ms. Khan?
Yes.
On the 7th of October, the police told Ms. Khan that they wanted to interview her. On 12th of October, WP leaders told Ms. Khan to tell the truth in Parliament, and she agreed to do so. On the 1st of November, Ms. Khan gave a statement in Parliament admitting she had lied about accompanying a survivor to the police station.
On the 3rd of August, I spoke in this House on the motion on empowering women. During my speech, I had shared an anecdote of a survivor of sexual assault. I was not present with the survivor in the police station as I described. The anecdote was shared by the survivor in a women's support group for women, which I was a part of.
Following this admission, Leader of the House Ms. Indrani raised a complaint against Ms. Khan for a breach in parliamentary privilege, and the matter was referred to the Committee of Privileges. On the 2nd of November, the WP announced a disciplinary panel to look into Ms. Khan's admissions. The panel comprised Singh himself, Ms. Sylvia Lim, and Mr. Faisal Manap. On the 8th of November, Ms. Khan attended a disciplinary panel meeting to explain why she lied in Parliament. She attended a second meeting on the 29th of November, and the next day resigned from the WP and as an MP. 2 days later, WP held a press conference to explain the events.
After Raeesah delivered her speech, and in the course of the days that followed, I asked Raeesah to make her best efforts to contact the victim or to contact the individuals who brought the victim's case to her attention. Initially, Raeesah stuck to her untruth in her communication with me. After being repeatedly pressed, a number of new facts and disturbing personal revelations were disclosed. Raeesah shared that her personal trauma and sexual assault explained why she was not truthful about accompanying the victim to the police station, as she had asserted in her speech on the 3rd of August. She admitted this to the party leadership about a week after she had delivered her speech.
The same day, the Committee of Privileges began its hearings. On 10th of February 2022, the COP released its findings. It found Ms. Khan guilty of abuse of parliamentary privilege and recommended that she be fined 35,000 Singapore dollars for lying in Parliament and repeating the lie. The committee also proposed that Singh and Mr. Faisal be referred to the public prosecutor for further investigations. On 15th of February, members of Parliament voted to fine Ms. Khan as well as to refer Singh and Mr. Faisal to the public prosecutor. Singh rejected the committee's findings and said that gaps and omissions in the report suggested political partisanship.
I intend to clear my name and will cooperate fully with the public prosecutor.
Nearly 2 years after police investigations began, it was announced that Mr. Faisal was issued a police advisory and no charges were brought against him. Singh was charged with 2 counts of lying to a parliamentary committee. He pleaded not guilty. The next tranche of the trial is slated to start on 5th of November. Singh faces a jail term of 3 years, a fine of up to 7,000 Singapore dollars, or both for each of the charges.